Hello, my name is Andrew, and I'm just here to talk to you guys about an opportunity that can possibly change your life, just like it has for me. Now, I'm 25 years old. I was born in Grand Forks, North Dakota, lived in Korea for 3 years, lived in South Dakota, grew up most of my life in Ohio, and have been here in San Diego, California since the year 2005, since I was 18 years of age. So I've been around a little bit. I was an Air Force brat, so my father was in the military in the Air Force, and that's a little bit about me. I love sports, I love baseball, like poker, like golf, and that's pretty much me in a nutshell. But again, going back to what I was talking about the opportunity of a lifetime is simple. It's very easy. It's coffee. That's it. And all we are trying to do, all I'm trying to do is get a little bit of market share. We don't need to create a new market. People already drink it. People are already addicted to it. It's something people look for in the morning first and foremost, usually before doing anything else. So I'm sure you all could imagine what life would be like without coffee. Well, you never have to imagine that because that's never going to happen. Just some simple figures for you before I get into what I was going to talk about. Coffee is a multi-billion-dollar industry. Crude oil, as you may know, is the #1 traded commodity in the world. And that's why so many people are so angry because it's called big oil for a reason. It's #1. It powers so many things, for transportation, obviously for machinery, etc. It's necessary, or they want us to believe it's necessary and able to make things work. Even though we have, technology now in terms of natural gas, alternate forms of energy, but as long as they can make money from it, they will, and that makes sense as in terms of business. Now, coffee, if you didn't already know, is the second most traded commodity in the world. It's bigger than alcohol. It's bigger than water in terms of traded. Now, the most consumed drink in the world is water, but the most traded is coffee. That's crazy. Now, also water, we need water to live. So obviously water has to be #1 or there'd be a bunch more dead people than there already are. But it's the second most consumed is coffee. That's crazy. I never really knew that until I got associated with coffee, did my research and whatnot. Anyways, going back to the stats. Here in North America, there's 4 billion cups consumed a day. There's 255 million coffee drinkers in the United States and in North America. And also, if you're over the age of 18, you probably drink coffee. Over 80% of people over the age of 18 drink coffee. Just here in the United States, out of 20,000 coffee companies, mom and pop shops, including the big name coffee shops like Starbucks, McDonald's, etc. Out of the 20,000, about 70% are taken care of by the big names. Starbucks, McCafe, Burger King, Ice Mocha, etc. Makes sense, right? They do the most advertising. They've been around longer than anybody else, and it only makes sense. Now, the mom and pop shops, however, they do still 30% of the business. And if they're doing $10 billion a year just in the United States, 60 billion worldwide, it shows you there's a little bit left. Because if the mom and pop shops make up 30% of that, that's $3 billion of available market that we can compete for. That's exciting. I don't know about you, but I'm very excited about that. You can become a multimillionaire off coffee just here in the US, but my plans obviously are expanding out internationally. Back to the numbers again. Specialty coffee sales like mocha, latte, etc. are increasing by 20% every single year. So the frappuccinos you go get at Starbucks, the ice mochas, everything that way that that's outside of just black coffee and decaf and things like that. 20% increase every single year, and that's where the big money is at. Also, worldwide, it's a 60, again, like I said earlier, a $60 billion business with about 3 to 4 billion coffee drinkers. That's just insane. That's insane. It's been around forever, since the 15th century, from my research at least, minimum. And as you and I both know, it's not going anywhere. That's a fact. Now let's get back into what I was talking about, the opportunity that can change your life. Now, if Starbucks or McDonald's McCafe, if they approached you and they said, hey, we're not going to advertise, all the money that we were going to spend on advertising, all the money that we were going to spend on, everything that has to do with getting our product out there, we're going to give to you, but you have to get the product out to the market. Prior to their success, if they had come to you knowing what you do now, you probably would have said yes, did jumping jacks, ran around, told all your friends, etc. Because you and I both know that coffee is huge. Even if you don't realize it, now you do know. Okay, go look at it, go research it. Magic Johnson, one of his biggest investments was with Starbucks, and now he's worth $800 million or $500 million, somewhere around that range. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. I don't know too many athletes that are worth $500 million. Magic Johnson, despite his HIV, he's never translated that into AIDS. He's always been medicated. But despite that very, very big downturn in his life, he turned it into a positive, made a difference, and is doing a lot of great things right now. Good guy, by the way. Anyways, okay, so coffee. What makes it so great? Because again, myself, I thought it was going to be a boring industry. I thought I was not going to have any fun. I didn't want to get involved. I didn't care how big it was. But then I got to thinking, everybody drinks coffee. They're so populated. Every coffee store I go to, people are getting coffee. Even at non-coffee stores. Subway last year came out with their breakfast to market coffee. Now you got people in Subway at 6 a.m., which never happened prior to 2011. It's awesome though. Or at least where I live prior to 2011, there was no Subway cafes, no coffee at Subway. Now there is. Out here in the West Coast in the Bay Area, I saw Wendy's even come out with a Redhead Roaster recently. This was this year, 2012, and that just tells me it's moving even bigger into a bigger place than it already is, and it's already huge, huge, huge business. Here's the thing that makes our coffee unique, because I'm going to talk about it. First of all, the coffee company is called Organo Gold. Okay, and they allow people, regular people like you and I, to come in as a distributor, buy wholesale and retail it, and we can charge whatever we want as long as it's suggested retail or above. Now if it's friends and family, you can hook them up with a better deal, just like with anything. But in terms of taking it out to the market, taking it online, selling it in retail stores, little coffee carts, etc., you have to sell at least for suggested retail, but you can even go above that depending on the event. Say you're at a fair, at an amusement park, obviously you're going to want to charge higher rates because the competition allows for that. Still, you don't want to rip people off, but at the same time, you got to be able to compete, and they charge pretty high rates to have those spaces. That's why people charge so much. Now, getting back into the coffee thing, what makes our coffee unique is not only that it's instant. Stop right there. Don't think that it's negative just because it's instant. You got to try it out. I thought Nescafe, nasty, right? I thought it was going to be gross. But if you actually try the coffee, we use 100% Arabica beans, and we use a unique herb that I will talk to you about in a second that is infused with our coffee, and that's what makes our coffee unique. And then obviously we have the different types. Before I go forward, this is what we do have. We have black coffee right here. Get out the glare there. Here's the black. Here's the latte. And here is one of our favorites. Here's the mocha. Now all these coffees obviously are instant. You don't have to brew, which makes it great, because if you're doing business with it, your overhead is basically nothing. It's basically just the product at wholesale and then your store cost. So, or depending on your cart cost or wherever you're going to retail it, completely fair trade, so you can sell it anywhere. That's the beautiful thing about it. Now, with this coffee right here, all you need again is hot water, stir, and your coffee is ready. And again, it has many, many health benefits. And even outside of the Organo Gold company, it has many health benefits. Coffee does. Coffee is a great antioxidant, if you didn't already know. It's a great antioxidant. And it's a relaxer. It does have caffeine in it, so you got to be careful, because although coffee, the bean, is good for you, the caffeine inside typically is not in large amounts. So typically a cup of coffee is going to have about brewed. It's going to have about 90 milligrams to anywhere from 150 to 200 milligrams per cup of coffee. And typical daily recommended usage is about 300 to 400 milligrams a day. So you can see if you drink 3 cups of regular coffee, you're already at your daily caffeine limit. And that doesn't even include soda, chocolate, tea, or anything. So that kind of limits you. And that's where the problems like headaches, stomach aches, insomnia, jitters, things like that come because of too much caffeine intake daily. And that's something that we're trying to avoid. Our coffee all has 9 milligrams of caffeine per cup. So that's a good thing. But you still need to get the energy from somewhere. So remember the mushroom I was talking about? It's actually called Ganoderma. In Japan, it's called reishi mushroom. In China, it's lingxi. And then obviously in different parts of Asia, they have different names for it. It's been around for 4,000 years. It's considered the king of herbs, even higher than ginseng. And it's something that has been very, very sought after for many, many years. But it's also very rare. So typically, it was held for royalty. But the thing is, OrganoGold was able to get an exclusive partnership with a 100% organic farmer over in Asia. So now we have that exclusive partnership to be able to put into our coffee. Now, if you go to Asia and you go find this Ganoderma mushroom and you eat it, you're probably going to get sick, just simply because you're not used to it. It's a different part of the country or a different part of the world. If you go to Mexico and you drink their water and you're not used to it, you're going to get sick same way, but they can drink the water. Same thing with China, they can eat it. Now, this is what they did that's very unique so that it could hit every market internationally. They made it so that the Ganoderma is actually odorless and tasteless. So when you drink your coffee, you taste the coffee. You do not taste anything with Ganoderma. You only feel the effects. And the great thing about it is those effects that you feel are instant. It's not something you have to wait a day. You don't have to wait a week, a month. It's instant. And that's the great thing about it. So this Ganoderma, what is it? Okay, Ganoderma, again, it's a mushroom. Ganoderma lucidum is the class. And what it does for your body is it provides you more energy, gives you more vigor, positive blood flow. So older men, it definitely is very, very good to drink our coffee simply because of the blood flow, if you know what I'm saying. And in terms of oxygenating the body, it oxygenates the body. It provides a more quality life, gives you, promotes obviously health and longevity. It's Asia. I mean, come on. They promote that. They want to live a long life. They want to be healthy. And typically they are. Not to, say they're the only healthy people, but come on, there's billions of them. And for the most part, they are sought after as for their medicines, for their food, etc. And again, the Ganoderma helps you sleep better. And that's very, very, very great to hear for coffee drinkers because typically it doesn't help you sleep. Typically, sometimes it could keep you up through the night. It'll help you toss and turn through the night, but not our coffee. Only because it has the Ganoderma inside. And again, it's only 9 milligrams of caffeine per cup. So in order to have the same amount of caffeine in one regular cup of coffee, you have to basically drink anywhere from 8 to 15 times the amount of coffee that's in our the caffeine that's in our coffee. So that's the great thing. So the energy is actually organic in terms of the Ganoderma that you derive. So you're not going to get a crash. You're not going to get any kind of jitters because it's naturally grown and it's naturally infused into our coffee. And because it's organic, I mean, it's good for you. It's something that, again, it's been around for 4,000 years. Look it up, definitely. Ganoderma, Ganoderma is how you spell the name. And again, it's been around for a long time, but out here in the West, United States, North America, things like that, it's not really well known. Europe's not really well known. Partly known, but at the same time, it's nowhere close to where ginseng is at, which is such a common household name. And that is what Ganoderma will be probably in the next 10 to 20 years, if not sooner. So that's the exciting part. Now, the opportunity that we have, again, you can become a distributor. You can buy wholesale, sell at retail. You also get fast track bonuses. Like, for example, if me being a distributor brings in another distributor to sell the products, obviously I get a one-time payment on that. And then there's other things too. They give you a residual income based on your performance, based on how well you do in sales, and etc. And I can explain that more to you if you contact me directly. And the number and the email should be in this video. And if not, at least look in the description. There should be, a link to my website, link to my Facebook, Twitter, etc. But I should have it on this video as well. So that's something that you definitely want to take note of, because it's it's relatively cheap in terms of getting started, starting your own business. And again, there is really no overhead. You don't need to buy big machines. You don't need to do all that. You just need to have access to hot water, like a hot water machine, coffee machine that obviously don't put any coffee or filters in it. So something that's great about us going off of that is no longer do you have to go drive to the store, go buy filters, cream and sugar, and the coffee, and then drive back. No longer do you have to do that. Our coffee is delivered directly to the customer's home, directly at their doorstep, and they can order online over and over and over again without you ever having to be involved. And that is something that's great. Now, they do have customer service, great customer service, by the way. And that's something that I've been able to appreciate, because I've actually been in industries where the service might have been great, but if something goes wrong when they call into customer service, that ruins the customer's experience. Not here, not here. That's the great thing about it with Organo Gold. You're going to have great customer service, you're going to have great support, and that's the positive thing about the company. And it's growing very, very rapidly. The owners of the company, just a brief overview. There's 3 of them. There was 4, but they had a business discrepancy, so the other guy actually created his own company using Ganoderma products. But because we have a patent on the organic Ganoderma 100%, nobody else can put organic Ganoderma, but they can man grow it in greenhouses and put it in their products if they want to. And that is actually still incentive to do that, because again, Ganoderma is not well known. So it's something where there's still plenty of market for that kind of stuff. Now, again, these 3 owners, the main owner, his name is Bernardo or Bernie Chua. He's from the Philippines. He actually was a part of a company in the past, prior to 2008, called Gano Excel. Okay, so it's a healthy coffee company that he was associated with. Right now, they're currently doing $800 million in sales internationally. So he was successful doing the same kind of thing, healthy coffee. But again, we have an exclusive, rights to the organic Ganoderma. And again, it's only grown there, so you can't grow it anywhere else unless it's man grown, and then that's not as beneficial because it's not organic. And more people are trying to get organic foods, drinks, etc. because it's healthier for you. Because not back in the day, they didn't have laptops. They didn't have all these machines doing all this stuff. They usually farmed their own foods. They went and got their own drink, made their own drinks if it was outside of water, and that's how they were able to survive. And great thing is we have doctors and things like that, so that if we do get a sickness or whatever, we can take care of that. That's what they didn't have back then, or they would have lived longer, most likely. Anyways, going back to the owners of the company here in Organo Gold, that's Bernardo Chua. Then the sales guy, the number 1 sales guy of healthy coffee worldwide. His name is Shane Morand. He's from Canada, and he's worked with the likes of Tony Robbins, Zig Ziglar, and he's called a global master distributor because he has sold more healthy coffee. This is even before Organo Gold. He has sold more healthy coffee than anyone in the entire world. He's just a beast in terms of healthy coffee, but it's good because he's helping out other people take their addiction and make it healthier. So that's something that's positive about Shane there. Now, Holton Bugs, he is the number 1 income earner in network marketing. He used to be in Amway, created a multi-million-dollar team, and now is with Organo Gold because he understands the opportunity is much, much greater. Because again, we're selling the 2nd most traded commodity and focusing on that. Now, we do have tea, we do have hot chocolate, we do have nutraceuticals, and some beauty products. But the main objective is to help get people's addictions a little bit healthier. That's what we want to do, because coffee is good for you, and they do recommend, especially if you drink alcohol, which the majority of people do, your liver obviously gets hurt by alcohol. Coffee actually helps your liver. Naturally detoxifying you is something that's positive. Now, how do you battle getting the high caffeine levels into your body? How do you battle that? You drink our coffee. It's only got 9 milligrams per cup. They recommend if you drink 4 cups to, I've even seen studies, 10 cups a day, it's going to cut down on alcohol cirrhosis of the liver by 80% if you drink that amount. So again, the people that drink it constantly, the more you drink, the better. Now, if you're drinking regular coffee, though, you're also putting a high level of caffeine into your body, which is not good. That's not a positive thing. But again, it can help your liver regenerate, get better, and that's a very, very positive thing about coffee. And then we infuse an organic mushroom inside there that is also very, very healthy. So that's the great thing about the company. Now, those are the three owners of the company, though. I like to sidetrack sometimes. They are the main owners. Their goal is to bring the treasures of the earth to the people of the world, and they want to give this opportunity to anybody internationally. It's not just here in the United States. That's the great thing about it. Anybody can partake in our business as long as we are in your country, and we are expanding into countries every single month, and then we will continue to every single year until we get into as many countries as humanly possible. And that's the positive thing. One other thing that's very positive and that's very exciting is we have an exclusive partnership with the Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill's book Think and Grow Rich, and World Learning Center, and the Napoleon Hill Foundation. That is huge. Only company. So if you were to go on my website and buy the Think and Grow Rich compilation, it's about $100. All the money is going to go to the Napoleon Hill Foundation or the World Learning Center. OrganoGold takes 0% of that purchase. Now the goal of that is obviously to brand our name, but at the same time, it also gives us validity because we have a partnership with a company, an organization, nonprofit that is very, very well known and has been around for a very long time. So that's another exciting thing about it is they understand that our healthy coffee is going to help change the world. So they said, hey, you know what? Let's partner up and let's help each other out. So that is so, so exciting. Now, again, about this opportunity, it's very, very easy. Again, you can contact me directly for more information, or you can visit my website. That is on my description tab. So, how do you get started is the main question. Okay, how do we get started? All right, so there's three different options of getting started. You can either start off at a bronze pack, is what they call it. It costs $149. There's also a silver pack, $500 or $499. I think it's actually $450. And then there's also the gold pack, and that's $1,200. Now, it's not a fee to do business. It's just a matter of how much product you would like wholesale to start retailing it. So if you're not really sure about the coffee industry, don't really know what to do, start off with the 149 pack because it's only 149 wholesale worth of coffee. And then if you retail it, you should at least double your money, minimum. And the silver pack, obviously $450 worth of coffee products. And then the $1,200 worth of coffee products. So if you already have a retail location and you want to just increase your sales, it's recommended that you do the bigger pack because it's more product. You won't run out. You won't have to order again for a while. Now, ordering is very easy. It's online in your back office. It ships within 1 to 2 days, at least what I've received. I've received it very, very quickly when I've ordered. So that's exciting. And again, it comes straight to me. So that's the best thing about it. Now, another big bonus of working with our company is you can do other things. You can work somewhere else. You can do all kinds of things. They don't limit you. They don't force you to work. They give you this opportunity to do even on the side of what you're already doing. And then it gives you the benefits of a tax write-off. That's why a lot of people in Congress have home-based businesses and they're not even necessarily active with them. But because of the tax breaks that they get, it only makes sense because once you make more and more money, you're going to get taxed more and more unless you put that money somewhere else that's more fruitful, starting businesses, buying homes, etc., to be able to kind of offset some of the prices. You don't have to pay the same amount of taxes if you're spending money into your business as somebody that's working a regular hourly job that they're forcing the taxes out. So that's something that's very huge. There's about 400 plus tax write-offs that you get by joining our company, and that is seriously so exciting. Now, there's 8 different ways to get paid, but again, the main focuses are retail and team building. Again, retail and team building. Again, you do want to bring people into the business because again, why do you want to leave out your friends and family in an industry that's so huge? Why would you do that? Now, at first, they might say, yeah, how do we get into coffee? There's already so many big businesses in it. Like I said earlier, 30% of 10 billion is still $3 billion to compete for. Mom and pop shops, that means stores that are not well known outside of their local area. So there's plenty of opportunity. And it's just growing. Coffee is growing. Look at the stocks. Look at everything that surrounds it. I mean, it's such a big commodity that it's impossible to fail if you just do it. That's the great thing about it. Now, I don't want to guarantee anybody's success. I don't want to guarantee any money being made. But you do just have to be available. Literally, people drink coffee like water every single day, every single week, month, year, every single time. I mean, you don't get that many coffee drinkers just overnight, but again, it's been around since the 15th century up until now and will continue to grow, and you will see companies continually add coffee to their menus if they don't already have some, especially specialty coffees, just simply because they have increased in sales 20% every single year. Ridiculous. So again, getting started, there's those 3 different ways. You can contact me directly for more questions. I can answer all your questions. I'd be more than happy to. Or you can call the company directly, either way, whatever you want to do. But if you do call me, I will guide you through the process. I will also help you through anything. If you get started, I will help you through it all, and I will stay that way. Anybody on my team knows that. And I have team members outside of the United States, and they can contact me anytime. The reason I do that is because I really truly do want to help out. I really do. I'm a regular person just like anybody else. That's why I'm taking the time to make this video to let you guys know what's out there, what the opportunity has to offer, and what you can do with it. Because anybody can get started. You can get started at the ground level, basically. It's been around since 2008. There's plenty of time for you to grow with a company. And actually, if you talk to any business owner, they're going to tell you, if you want to start your own business, if you want to get involved with a startup company, because that's where you can get the most money. And again, it's not all about the money, but if you can do something that helps people out, why not do it? Why not give it a shot? Right? The worst that can happen literally is this. You get $149 worth of wholesale coffee, and then you return to the company and you get all your money back, because there is a 30-day money back guarantee. If it's unopened products, you can do that. If you just lose your confidence, you can just send it back, and the worst that can happen is you break even. Now, I don't know many business opportunities where you can just do that. I don't think you can go out and buy $1 million McDonald's franchise and then expect to get your money back if you get scared in the process. That ain't gonna happen. So that's the great thing about our company, is we don't trap you. Now, we do reward you though for great performance. Again, it doesn't take that much. So anyways, contact me more for more information if you do want to get involved. If you have any questions, definitely call me, email me, however you feel is the best way to get a hold of me. And let's talk more about this, because it's huge. It's something that, hits every industry too. I mean, we hit so many different ones. We hit the health and wellness. I mean, this coffee literally does help you lose weight simply because it's detoxifying you, but it's natural weight loss. It's not the superficial ones that you see on TV. It's natural weight loss. It's natural. So that's the great thing about it. Again, it's helping your blood flow, helping your digestion. I mean, you're only helping people out. And again, they're drinking it anyways. Why not drink something healthier that tastes the same? Okay? Or better. But I'm not going to put my own personal opinions in this. It tastes like coffee. That's the great thing about it. Now, again, contact me directly, and we can go forward in terms of any questions that you do have. But if you're not interested, if you don't drink coffee, tea, hot chocolate, or anything, and you don't want to take advantage of the amount of people that do, then thank you for watching the video. But at the same time, if you've gotten this far, it's worth at least taking a shot, taking a look at it, looking at it more in detail, doing some research. I encourage that. We have a great company on our hands, and that's the great thing about it. This is what I want you to do though. Google anything you want, and then Google coffee, and you see how many searches more you're going to get more for coffee than you are for some of the big name people, businesses, etc. And then Google oil, and you'll see why oil is number 1, and you'll see why coffee is number 2 in terms of the commodities traded in the entire world. I hope you enjoyed this. I'm sorry if it was boring, but I do need to get out the information to the people. And I feel like it's necessary for me to make this video so that I can get it out to as many people as possible. Now, obviously, it's going to help me if you call me directly. I'm not going to lie and say that it's not. But at the same time, even if you don't call me, I still want you to get involved, because this company is great. It's going to be growing fast. and you should definitely get involved. It's nothing like you've ever seen before, and I mean, it's gonna blow everything out of the water that you've ever tried before. So definitely contact me, contact the company, however you want to do it. Let me know how you want to move forward, and let's go from there. Let's have a good time doing it at the same time. Have fun drinking coffee. Last thing before I leave, not only does it hit that health and wellness industry, obviously it hits the internet. We're on the internet. Coffee is one of the top 5 growing industries in the entire world. Obviously, the baby boomer generation is going to be one of the biggest markets. But again, we're not only targeting them. Anybody 18 or older drinks coffee. 80%. 80%. That's such a huge amount of people that watch or that drink coffee, excuse me. So, anyways, that is all for now. Please contact me for more information. And again, I'm just a regular person, just like you, viewing this video. I'm not multi millionaire, but I am making money doing something that is very enjoyable, and I work from home. So that's like the amazing thing about it. So again, get back in touch with me. Let's do this, and you guys have a nice day. Thank you.